What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be playing some creatures that are really hard to kill, that are also going to get bigger whenever you try to kill them. And we're going to have a way to do the same to the opponent's stuff, though theirs won't be getting bigger. You'll see what I mean in a second. Right, so today's goal is going to be playing creatures that get bigger or better or have ETB triggers, so we can just get a lot out of them as we're blinking them in and out of play. So that selection of creatures is going to start with Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Obviously this is cool because it's prototype. We can play it for 3 and have a 3/3, or it comes back into play as a 7/5 if we can get it back. Same thing kind of applies here to Steel Seraph. We can play this for 3 mana and have a 3/3 flyer, or we can have a 5/4 with those same abilities. Also going to be playing stuff like Spirited Companion. This actually makes a lot of sense because it draws a card, so if we can blink this in and out, getting extra cards is actually not bad. Now, along with these, we are going to be playing Shieldred. This doesn't get bigger, but it just allows us to get extra life, drain the opponent for a little more, and it's one more problematic card for the opponent to deal with. Now, when you're looking at all these different things, what other stuff can we take advantage of here? Well, we're looking at stuff like Not Dead After All. This allows something to die, and when it comes back into play, it'll come back at its larger size, and it has a Wicked Roll token on it, so it's an additional +1 that will deal some damage whenever the creature dies from there. Also, something like Touch the Spirit Realm. This is good because it can be used offensively to remove something from your opponent, or defensively to protect your thing and blinking out and have it return back into play. There's also a new card here that we haven't gotten to play with. This will be the first time with Twining Twins. The adventure side of this actually lets you do the same thing, where you can exile target non-creature or non-token creature, and then it returns to the battlefield under your control at the end of the next end step. You can also do this to the opponent's stuff, which is good if something has a bunch of counters or something on it. Additionally, we get to play Werefox Bodyguard, which is also offense and defense, or you can even use this to protect something from a sweeper. For instance, if your opponent goes to play something like Sunfall, you can play this, protecting a creature, then the Werefox dies, or gets exiled in this case, then your other creature comes back into play. So lots of cool things we can do here to protect ourselves. Now we are going to be playing a couple other odds and ends and some removal, but if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video like always, or you can go down to the description, look for the blue arrows, it'll take you to our Moxfield link, and then you can get today's deck list and a bunch of other stuff we already have ready to go for standard. For now though, let's go see if we can blink enough of these creatures to get some wins. Okay, we have some tap lands. Actually, this is fine, we'll keep this. This one's that's like fine, even if not super exciting. I will say, today's list is probably closest to the one that the one Jame played a few days back, as far as I could find. I saw some other examples out on the internet, but they all kind of look similar on some level. Ooh, let us find a removal. Thank you, deck. That's actually super appreciated. But yeah, most of the versions looked very similar. Just not a lot of options when you're trying to go this route, but the cards you do have access to are all pretty strong. Looks like the opponent missed a land here. And we kind of get to go crazy here with our choice. I think we go ahead and play this first. Because if they don't find a land to deal 3 to this, they're just dead. Because then they'll never be able to kill it with us having the Twining Twins. And then it becomes a 7/5, and we're just gaining 7 a turn. Like, mono red doesn't beat that. Like, I'm kind of hoping the opponent has a card to make a game out of this, because otherwise... Okay, Sticky Fingers is something. I mean, it makes a treasure. They're in desperate need of it, so... That's not nothing. Now it's just, do I Steel Seraph? Or... Alright, opponent's just scooping anyway. Yeah, my plan here, I think, was just going to be to Steel Seraph anyway. Attack for 3, go back to 20. If they happen to have a Lightning Strike and want to kill this, then they're just attacking in to get another treasure. Then we can see if we get another land and we can do this and this. Otherwise, they're having to deal with Steel Seraphs multiple turns in a row. And then the one time they don't will be the time we blink either of these. And then we're probably not losing after that, honestly. To be fair to the opponent, though, they had a pretty rough draw. They kept a 1-lander... with only 2 smaller things to play, so I'm kind of curious what the rest of their hand look like, but this is a matchup, even especially with this type of start, that we should at least be reasonably favored to win anyway. Ooh, okay, sure, why not? I mean, any untapped land is good for the next turn. So color doesn't even matter. It just needs to be untapped. That is not what we're looking for. Yeah, okay. We're still going to play this tap, though. Because it allows us to play underdog, possibly protect it, and then we can go into our bigger stuff, possibly. So we'll see. Alright, well, since they did that, then... yeah, I think I'm still going to go with this, because even if they play, like, Shieldred here... I mean, this would have been susceptible to a cut down. So that's real, but... figured it was worth the gamble. Alright, nothing. That's nothing if not suspicious. Opponent has not a thing there. Okay, we'll try this. No counter either. There wasn't even a pause. Alright, well, we didn't draw land, so I think ultimately we made the right decision. Alright. Virtue. I mean, I guess so. Gross. And they already have double white, right? Yeah, so they could Sunfall, which is very much a Sunfall deck over there. So let's just attack. In the turn. I mean, they're not going to Sunfall if we just have one thing, so we kind of know how that goes. Oh, what are they looking to do here? Invasion of Alara. Okay, sure. I mean, first they have to hit, but then we can blink something out, so I mean, I guess there's that. Alright, they got Bramble Familiar. Still gives them a chance to hit something else. They got their dude. Alright, well, we didn't find mana anyway, so that game didn't even do anything. Alright, let's keep it. Let's play that, and we'll just go into a Tenacious Underdog, I think. Oh, well, see, now they want to kill something. Now I wish I would have played that first. Because we know this is going to die now, right? Oh! How wrong I was. So a red deck kept a hand with no turn 1 play. No creature, no burn spell. Very interesting. No clue what that means, but I find it a little bit surprising. So let's go ahead and play this tapped. I think we're just going to attack here. In the turn. Leave up a Go for the Throat in case things get a little crazy. That's not quite crazy. Not yet, anyway. Nor is that. Festival, huh? Just kill this guy. Don't have to worry about giving them a card. Sure. Ooh, a Werefox could be interesting. Not sure how I feel about it. Let's just go here. Neat. Alright, let's see how many resources we can get the opponent to spend here. Invasion. Okay. You got it. These aren't really worth fighting over, so the opponent can have them. I will blink something of theirs if they play, like, Rage or something on it when I block here. Otherwise, I'm not that interested. But I feel that's what's coming. Oh, no. They went the other way. Well, I'd also still like to not take 6. 7, actually. Ah, that comes into play tapped. Dang it. Alright, we're just going to go big 4-4, I think. Have to take a point, but that's fine. They're down to 1 card. If they get us, they get us. I'm willing to gamble it. Alright, well, let's see if you got it. Another antagonize? Probably so. Oh, rage. Yep, that makes sense. But that's fine. Like, if that's the situation, we're all good. Yeah, we're just gonna go with this. No damage there, and then we have the not dead after all. Yeah, Phoenix Chick doesn't worry us too much here. Yep, that'll do it. Yes, we are keeping this. Had to make sure which lands we had first. But this comes into play tapped on turn 1. We can go ahead and try to underdog on 2, and then just see where this leads us after that. We do have double black and double white as needed, so no complaints there. Wow. So they're just wanting to put cards in. They really want spells in their graveyard. I can 100% say that is the first time I've seen anybody just march for 0 turn 1. No clue why that was even a thing. I almost feel like they misclicked. Like they tapped the wrong thing. Like they didn't mean to or something. Because that's so weird. Or maybe their hand's just that bad though. They're just trying to get down a early Haughty Jin or something. Alright, attacking for 3. I mean, I guess they could flash something in, maybe, in the turn. Alright, Impulse makes sense. Okay. We're going all haughty naughty here? We are. Unfortunately, that's just a bit too big for a cut down, so we're going to go ahead and bodyguard, which is a dangerous bodyguard here, by the way. Because they could just bounce our bodyguard, get the Haughty Jin back. However, a really cool thing here is we could actually play Not Dead After All on our dude and then sacrifice it so it dies and comes back and just steal the Haughty Jin again before it have a chance to block, which is kind of funny. It's a very corner case scenario, but it's a thing we can do if it came down to it. Delver. All right. You have a itty bitty Delver. And we're attacking. Are we going to get to do the thing? Oh, I thought they were going to try to target our Werefox. I was hoping to put that to the test because that sounds like a sweet play. I guess I could have just used the cut down on that because I don't have many targets for cut down, but don't think it's going to matter this game unless they have just a pile more marches, but they didn't. Yeah, to elaborate on what I was just saying, the idea here is, let's say they decided, like we're attacking, normally you could bounce the bodyguard, assuming I don't have a pile. I don't know, I guess if you bounce it, I have mana open, I could just get it back anyway. But a cool thing here is you can actually target it with Not Dead After All, then pay the 2, so you can sacrifice this and it dies. The creature comes into play, but the Not Dead After All trigger then hits. Then this comes back into play on tap, stealing back the thing they would have just got back. Now, obviously, because it has flash, if I had mana open, I could just try to replay it. But the benefit here is, by doing this, the opponent can't counter like they could potentially if we were to replay the Fox. So if we just did this, they're probably not going to counter the Not Dead After All. Then we sacrifice this, gain our 2 life, it comes back, boom, right? So, not a play I think you're going to see come up very often in situations where it matters, but it is a thing. Other application could be if you want to get a different creature other than the thing that's under there, you could do that as well. And remember, this is all at instant speed too, so you could do it during your opponent's instep if you wanted to try it. Yeah, this seems reasonable. I mean, we can't turn 1 cut down, but that's fine. It's weird to be holding just Foxes and these, so we kind of got to find the cards that we built the deck around. Ah, but against mono red, okay. This might not be that bad. You know, actually, I kind of messed up. I probably should have left up a cut down here. And then next turn, try to companion or whatever, but meh. Tis what it is. We'll just take 3 here, I think. Don't think it's worth blocking there. Though, as it turns out, wouldn't have mattered, because cut down wouldn't have killed anything there, so that's kind of nice. Alright. What do we got going on? A Phoenix chick, and what? I will block here just to see if we can bait out a rage. Yeah, we did it, team. We did it. We did the thing. So we get to minimize our damages here. Love to see it. Go ahead and cut down this. Go to 13. Now, that's not like the most ideal thing, but not bad. Alright, so here I think I want to do some Werefox shenanigans until I have another black mana open. Hopefully this next land I draw to protect the Flesh Gorder, I think is the goal here. Because for some reason I feel like the opponent's going to be in virtual tap out mode here. No blocks. Let's see if they got more rages. No more rages. Alright. Thought there was a chance they might, but nah. They can kill this just to make sure we still take 3. Oh, they're using a lightning strike on it. Okay, good to know, because it means our Flesh Gorger would not have survived that. Which is crafty. Now, though, we get to attack, I say very cautiously, in the turn. Alright, looks like they're going to have another lightning strike here. So we're going to try again, but this time we have a not dead after all for our bodyguard. So target this. Oh, thinking they might target the bodyguard and then we'd have to save it. But looks like that did not happen. And we just attack. I'm going to save a creature back just in case. I don't know what their hand is right now. I'm assuming maybe Squee and other things. But let's go ahead. I mean, you're going to have to prove to us you got something. I mean, you did a lot with what you had. What are we holding over there, opponent? Okay, well. Oh, here we go. What do we got? Oh, well, we're not going to allow that. Holding frenzies, huh? Fortunately, that does not exile. So they take 2. And we're going to go ahead and roll this out. Because now we just have too much for them to deal with, I feel like. And with us being at 11, we're pretty safe. We also have the ability to remove our own Flesh Gorger with Bodyguard and then gain 2 and get the big 7. So we are not hurting either way. Yep. They did. Oh, man. We're going to keep. But it's because we're on the draw. Oh, man, more red decks. Okay, well. Being on the draw, this is going to be a lot more difficult, especially without the benefit of a cut down or anything here. But, I mean, we do have Werefoxes to maybe stop something that gets a big bonus thing on it or whatever. So, we'll see what happens. But we're going to take a lot of damage over these next 2 turns. I mean, we're very likely going to be under 10 life by the time we stabilize. That is nice, but I don't think nice enough, unfortunately. So this time they might have got us. We got no removal cards in this hand, so this is usually how this ends up. Go ahead and bring the pain, opponent. I mean, I just have to assume if you have it, you have it. Yep, here it comes. Oh, no, just a lightning strike. Okay. Thought it was a rage. So we did save some damage there. Wow. What is that last card? 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, if that's a lightning strike. We'd be able to block something. Oh, jeez, this is gonna be close. Trying to figure out if there's a way that if we were to bodyguard away something that we wouldn't die next turn. So then we could play this, try to protect it, and somehow live, but I don't know if that's even possible. If we just do this now and they don't have anything, but they went first. Well, yeah, we're still on turn 3 though. I don't even know. All right, I'm just gonna go with this. I think it's a bad call. I'm probably supposed to just wear Fox here. So if they have Lightning Strike, we're dead. Well, Feldon's pretty bad too, honestly. Alright, gotta try. Okay, we're not dead. So we gotta take what we can get here. We're still in it. There's a cut down. Okay, so now we get rid of 2 things. We can't attack though. And we have to take a point to cut down. Alright. Opponent show. Let's see what they got. Bloodthirst adversary, but they can't do any. Okay, cool. That's fine. Just double checking things here. They're only attacking with those. Okay. Then we cut down this guy. We go ahead and remove the Phoenix chick. Okay, Darkslick Shores, you are not our friend right now. If we attack, we'd go to 8. Have some blockers, have another Werefox. Not dead after all, sure. This also limits them being able to top deck anything crazy. And if they block, obviously, we're just going to not dead after all. So, not worried about that. Now we're at 8. I'm just going to go ahead and drop Shieldred. And that should do it, I think. Because even if they kill our bodyguard, we've got everything kind of covered here. Let's see. If we don't block, what happens? They have a rage. And this becomes a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That wouldn't kill us. But okay. I will play your silly game. I mean, I was going to say, you got a rage to kill Shieldred. That's fine. Yeah, we're still in the driver's seat by a very large margin here. Gonna go ahead and play this tapped. And then after this, we can start attacking with our creature, our fortress as well, and gaining life. So that's fine. Oh, we got him, team. We get to stop a Phoenix chick and block a Duder. Alright. Yeah, now we're definitely not in any trouble. Yeah, opponent can't win from here, I'm pretty certain. Now we're gaining 5. Nice. Nice. We have 2 bonus life on the bodyguard. Their creatures can't block. Yeah, that's it. Ooh, good one. Okay. Let's see. That. I mean, the problem here is we have to mulligan because we're really not doing anything until turn 3, and we're sort of just playing it out there on its own with no real support. Okay. I guess we're going to do this, and we're just going to try to play things straight up as we get them. Let's see what happens. You know the opponent's about to flash stuff in, right? like, like we know this, but we kind of got to do it anyway. Oh, normally when you see that, it's like, oh, we're going to flash in such a... I'm going to do this. Since they're not flashing stuff in, I'm assuming it's a counter or something. No? Oh, okay. It was that. Not the thing I thought they were going to flash in. I thought they were going to play reinforcements or something there, but... I don't know what this is, but they're obviously trying to play things at instant speed. Whatever it is. Alright, another veteran. And officer. Okay, now the shields are down at least. So we could toy around with the idea of what... Oh, Knight Errant. That sucks. Well, at least we'll get to see 2 of the cards and know what we're worried about. Oh, they're also playing bodyguards. Gosh, dang it. Plus side, if they remove one of our things and they... Alright, let's go here. Let's say if they remove one of our things with the bodyguard and then we get our thing back, then it'll just be large, and that's cool. I don't hate that. Though in hindsight, maybe I should have played Flesh Gorger so I could use this to block a Harbin, though they only have, what, 4 soldiers? 2 soldiers right now. Alright, let's give this flying, I guess. Not that that little bit of life's gonna matter, or damage, I mean, but we'll see. I need one of our flicker spells. I need to be able to blink something. This is peculiar that the opponent is not opting to get rid of our flyer. Why is that? I think we'll just take 4. Oh. I mean, they have 2 they can block with here. Ooh, that's nice. Not expecting to see that. Alright. Give this flying. Maybe that's good enough. Let's see what happens when they block. They are doing nothing there. Okay, let's just try to do this then. And because a counter here would make sense. Nope. In the turn. Alright. Okay, here comes Fox. Fox is going to target what? And we don't want to shoot this first. We want them to actually remove the threat. So they lose 3 life, offsetting some of what they gained. Fox is also a knight, not a soldier, so that problem sort of takes care of itself. Oh, excellent. Now we kill the Fox. Get back a big 7/5. And use this to block a big creature. Gain 7. And now we've turned things around. Oh, that's good too. Give this vigilance. Tack. Tack, tack, tack. Why not? Gaining enough life. Alright. Opponent's at 1. Another Werefox. Gonna deal with our Flesh Gorger. Nope, they gotta get rid of Shieldred. Oh yeah, I guess they just automatically die if they leave Shieldred out. That makes sense. Alright, cool. Yeah, there the opponent's problem is gonna be that even if they had something, we go ahead and give the Flesh Gorger flying, so they have to double up that, still take 3, and they're going to die, because there's nothing else in the air. Unless, obviously, their hand's empty with that mana, but we would have made that same play. And then I'm probably just following up with another Flesh Gorger. And just saying, if you got something, you got something. Honestly, to that end, I'm probably also attacking with Underdog there. Because their choices are either, they're not going to block with a Werefox and give us back Shieldred, assuming this is if they would have had something, possibly. So they're likely going to block either here or here, and then we can just keep playing Underdog out of the graveyard. So, yeah, nice turnaround, considering how the opponent's early hand was setting up. I thought, with them getting the Knight Errant of Eos, and getting those 2 cards is going to be a little bit of a problem. But Harbin didn't look like it was doing a whole lot in there, so it wasn't as much of a threat, so we were able to save our removal card for that first Werefox, and that turned everything around. Not ideal, but we're going to keep it just because. Sometimes I feel like we kind of have to keep bad hands so y'all can see what some of these look like. Also, so you're not sitting here saying like, how come you never lose? Like, I lose a lot on these videos, but don't want them to look like better than they are, you know? Because sometimes these hands happen. But this is actually not bad, considering we have a cut down and go for a throat. We can deal with whatever significant threats. We'd have a bodyguard that we could possibly protect on a later turn, and then once we can land the 4/4, that's pretty hard for them to kill, considering they have to pay an additional 1 because of the ward. Alright, how bad is it? Why do those lands look weird? Oh, they're from Lord of the Rings. Wow, opponent just said straight up like, nah, son. We're just going to hit you regardless. Okay, that's very aggressive. Just saying, you know what? Take 6. How do you like them apples? We're going to go ahead and just kill Godric and not even worry about it. That makes life a lot easier. Also remember, after something attacks, you can use either of these like instant speed abilities to remove the attacker. And that's another possible out you have to some situations. This is tough because neither of these comes into play untapped. So, or on the next turn they won't. So, we may want double black for some reason, which we don't have yet. And I think here we just pass. We still have twins we can use. We have cut down. Next turn, no matter what, we'll have access to the bodyguards, so that's fine. Alright, opponent didn't go crazy there. Not dead after all. Not checking the boxes we want. Alright. Looks like we're probably going to get hit with some burn damage. Since we're at 11. I mean, this definitely puts us in range that the opponent could kill us. And they're also sitting on 1 burn damage, because unless we just remove the Phoenix Chick. Which is possible. Mechanized warfare. Okay, well, if that's the case, we're going to go ahead and just take our 1 right now from this Phoenix Chick. Okay, double cut down ain't bad, but if those are burn spells in hand, we're going to die anyway. So, I mean, kind of just is what it is, right? And unfortunately, we need a 4th land for this. How do we get out of this? I guess we just attack here. I was trying to think of, like, what scenario do we want to just, like, play the twins straight up? But we could, like, cut down a thing, Fox. Their hand could also just be burn, which is very likely it's burn, because they would have played a creature somewhere along the way. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because I feel like if they have burn, we're racing the clock, or we're going to die anyway, because we didn't get any of our life gainers. I guess this is a choice for them, though. Like, they didn't lightning strike us. Huh. They might just be stockpiling lands to try to kill us. I wouldn't blame them for it, honestly. Not the worst plan. Alright. That's 6. They're going to try to kill our twins, it looks like. Nope. I mean, I got no tricks. Okay. I don't think we could get away playing the other twins at this point. As much as I really, really want to. So they're striking us. Yep. That's going to put us to 5. And striking us put us to 1, I'm assuming. No. Alright. That's kind of good news. I'm wondering if that's the deal 5 instant speed thing that they have. Which is why they were considering targeting the twins. Also makes me a little cautious to activate our land. This is neat, but this only gets rid of artifacts or creatures. Dang it. Is there any way? This feels so dangerous. Okay, we got to attack, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else we're going to do here. All right, opponent goes to 6. If we twins, they would have to kill 2 things, and we're at 5. I think we just have to pass, because this still being a creature, we could turn it into a creature and then still do one of these. But we're only at 5. Like, okay, Godric's a little bit of a problem, but we have Touch the Spirit Realm. That's not that bad, really. Oh, you know what? They probably have a Rage. Yeah. All right. I bet you that's what it is. Yeah. So, let's see. So, Godric would become a 4. Then get 2. So, that'd be 6. So, we would take 3. Go to 2. I don't even think we risk it. I think we just do this. And then we just kill them anyway next turn. Because we can attack and then just activate this, and that's 2, right? Yeah, drain them for 2. And we also go to 6 life in the process, so. And that'll do it. Well, we fought a lot of red decks in this video, and we keep finding ways to deal with them. Alright, so we ended up with 2 cut down, 3 not dead after all, 4 Spirited Companion, 3 Go for the Throat, 4 Tenacious Underdog, 2 Touch the Spirit Realm, 4 Werefox Bodyguard, 4 Twining Twins, 2 Shieldred, 3 Steel Seraph, 4 Phyrexian Fleshgorger, 2 Deserted Beach, 3 Sea Chrome Coast, 4 Caves of Koilos, 2 Restless Fortress, 3 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Darkslick Shores, 2 Shipwreck Marsh, 1 Underground River, 4 Rafine's Tower. Yeah, so this video is probably going to be a bit weird because I think this is the first time in a long time I played a bunch of mono red decks. So, it happens. You don't get to pick your opponents. But overall, we did pretty well against them, so that's not a problem. I think the thing about this deck, though, is that it is actually can be pretty difficult to play because you have a lot of different timing things to worry about, lots of cool tricks with the Werefox, you know, trying to decide, okay, do I need to wait till they tap down to try to move a thing? Do we think they're going to pump their stuff? Okay, let me hold on to this. There's a lot you're trying to guess about your opponent's deck, and this is the type of deck where knowing more about the format benefits you, right? Because even in some of those mono red matchups, I've played against mono red enough to know what all the different cards are that the various mono red decks are playing. So I know how to play around certain things or what to potentially expect. But if you haven't, then those decisions become a lot more difficult and you're going to kind of make 1 or 2 mistakes that are just going to lead to everything unraveling. So something to think about if you're considering playing this deck. And it does have a lot of rares in it. So that's the other thing as well. So it's an interesting deck. It's fun, but it also can stumble to itself, right? You do need to get a couple of your defensive cards to make everything operate. If you don't get those or a couple removal, then your games are going to be a lot more difficult. But overall, it was pretty fun. So yeah, it gets a thumbs up from me. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Snapcaster Mage. This card obviously is good. It's been good since the day it got released, and it's still good today. The crazy part about this is it's actually had a lot of reprints and still goes for between $12 and $15 in most places. That's how you know this card is still good and playable. I mean, imagine if we could have played it in today's deck, right? Getting to reuse cut downs and go for the throats, or even playing the cheap adventures, like just stuff we could do would be kind of crazy with this card. But yeah, this card's great. If you have them, they're still worth value no matter how many times they've been printed. I don't think we'll ever see something like this printed in standard again, but who knows? We've been ramping stuff up, but I don't think we will. It's just too much going on with this card, and it just enables a bit too much, but it is definitely a staple in every format where it's legal. If you enjoyed this deck, you probably enjoy quirky cards and interactions, so you might like this other deck we played where we actually did some combo-y things with All Will Be One and won some pretty crazy games. Well, that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.